Hey everyone, it's Arathon Hanzo, and today I wanted to diverge from Magic and TCGs for a little bit to talk about another one of my hobbies, which is tech. And one of the things I like most about making YouTube videos is constantly learning new editing techniques, how to use my equipment better, and just in general, how to keep making better videos. And a lot of how to get better comes from tech. Usually spending money is a pretty good way to get better at something quickly. And a good example for me is buying a lavalier mic. I have this thing now, and it's because I hated the echo in this room after we moved a few years ago, and using the shotgun mic on my camera or my stream mic, I just got a bunch of echo in this room that really just, I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but it bugged me because I knew it was there, so I had to solve it. So I had got out and just got hundreds of foam tiles, not like these. These are just design. They may do something with sound, but I just like the colors and wanted to do something back here for a cool background. But these were your standard streamer tiles that were just like the foam waves or whatever, and we're just gonna plaster the whole room so it didn't matter. And then my wife found out, and she was like, I do not want the front room of my house, the first thing that people see, to be covered in these wavy tiles. So I had done wrong. I was in trouble. So she's like, why don't you just buy one of those little mics that they wear? And I was like, what? I can just buy a little mic and put it on me? I was like, there's no way. It's still going to echo, right? So I go to Best Buy, and I buy, they actually have them in the store. So I buy a little lav mic. I come home, I put it on. It was perfect. It sounds great. Except it was 150 bucks. So I ordered this mic on Amazon for 30 bucks, and I think it actually sounds better. And this is where we are. So that was just kind of like the way tech makes everything better. If you have the right tools for the job you're trying to do, it always goes faster and better. So in this space, there's always a lot of different tech that comes out to try and make life easier. And since I work in IT already, I tend to pick some cheap options that have trickier configs to save money by spending my time on the setup. Kind of like my stream lights, which don't work anymore because I bought the cheapest smart plugs I could find from Moros. And Moros isn't a bad company. They do a lot of good stuff, but you know, Moros didn't integrate at that time with like Alexa or Google Home, but they worked with IFTTT. So I put it in there. I set up a URL push from my Stream Deck, so I could just hit one button on the Stream Deck, pops the smart plug, light comes on, pop it again, light comes off. And that was it. That worked for like 5 years, and it was great. Until IFTT started charging more, and a bunch of those smaller companies said, we're not paying. So now my button doesn't work. I have to get my big butt up, walk around my desk, and turn the switch on the light, and then come back and sit down and make sure I got the right brightness, and do that until it works again, because I can't hit it just right every time. So, you know, now though, you know, Moros has an integration with Alexa, so I just have to get up and actually configure it again so I can start using it. But it's just those kind of options where I've always tended to take the thing that I can put my time into and make work perfectly, rather than buying a full out-of-the-box solution. So why am I rambling along about this stuff? And it's because I'm excited about making an upgrade to my setup with the new Elgato prompter. When I watch my own videos, the thing I want to change the most is being able to make better eye contact with the camera. But I'm not great at memorizing sections of scripts, and when I go off script, I stumble too much. So hopefully this product will help me with that. But also there are a ton of prompters out there already that work with YouTube setups, so why does this one make me happier? And for me, it's because it comes with its own screen. And most prompters expect you to put a phone or a tablet under them to play the script from, but I'm a boomer when it comes to computers sometimes, and I want to write my scripts in Word and read them from my computer. And this means with the Elgato one, I can just drag my Word script into the prompter, and it puts it straight onto the screen. And it's ready for display without me moving things in between the phone, which for me is mind-bogglingly annoying work. It shuts me down. I can't function if I have to move a file from my PC to my phone, or move it into a Google Drive and launch it from my phone. That stuff just, I'm an old Windows guy, and I like my old Windows for right now. And I'm gonna die on that hill probably. So while the prompter is what got me thinking about my setup, it's not actually the main focus of this video still either. It made me realize that I was more than willing to pay a premium for something that for me is just going to work, versus some options that in the past I might have tried to DIY up a little bit. And that also pushed me to think that maybe Elgato has like ascended into this like Apple territory of stuff that just works. And I know I was confused when Corsair originally bought Elgato, because Elgato was just, you know, the hype products for streaming, maybe overpriced, but always did the job. And over time, I've ended up getting a lot of them as I could afford it. And I started streaming with no face cam, always worried that my wife would walk in topless and I'd get banned. Then I started using a camera, and along with that came my first green screen, which was a sheet hung up on a weird double tripod I made from 2x4s. And then eventually I bought the Elgato green screen, and then I had a stream deck that, you know, I integrated with a bunch of stream stuff and powering lights and changing scenes and doing all the fun stuff. I almost bought the mic when it came out for the echo inside the room, but I was worried that I couldn't configure it correctly, so maybe that one doesn't just work right out of the box. I saw some stuff with, you know, like good for like powerful noise, but maybe didn't really deal with room noise unless you really got into it. That's another thing, like mics, bad with that software personally, so it's frustrating for me to try to learn how to use new ones. So all this stuff is equipment I've been using for a long time, and it's just done the job exactly as I needed to with minimal interaction from me. And that's exactly the kind of reputation that Apple perpetuates for its loyalists. And that's not me, though. I've been, you know, rooting Androids forever, but have to have this self-reflection that I have these hipster tendencies now for tech that isn't phones or PCs. You know, if it's not something I'm going to really build or take with me everywhere I go, I kind of just want something that I can open up out of the box and it's just going to work. And I was mulling this over since I'd been Googling the prompter, and now I'm getting tons of ads for other Corsair and Elgato products, and I see this desk that Corsair has coming out, the Platform 6, and at first I thought that this was a toy, that it was the weapons bench from Fallout 4, but holy cow, this is a power standing desk with just ridiculous attachments to it that can let you over-engineer everything about it. And, you know, just the desk is fine or whatever, but there's plenty of power desks out there. You know, remote work, you know, really drove businesses to get them for their employees. I think a lot of people have sit-stand desks, you know, at home if they work from home. But the attachments, like I almost ordered the power strip one just right there on the moment because it would just bolt onto my current desk, but it's sold out everywhere. And I want one because I run USB over Ethernet, and my USB ports, that means they're USB 2.0, which is great for any device, maybe bad for moving storage, and bad for charging your phone. So like I don't have a phone charger on my desk because it's far away from outlets, and it doesn't have a USB port that's strong enough to actually charge your phone. So I was like, yeah, let me get this thing. Bolts onto the desk, it's unobtrusive, maybe a little expensive. It's basically a $40 power strip with a clamp on it. Maybe it's $50, it's a little bit more expensive than that. So the desk has this rack on it that you can store other equipment on. It's crazy, and all the way to like the monitor stands and clamps that fit on a rail system that go around the whole thing. And I was just like, yeah, how do I, you know, trick my work into buying this for me? So here I am. I'm back as a full tech enthusiast for this video, just saying, wow, Corsair and Elgato are really just pumping out great stuff, and I'm going to eat my words and overpay for stuff that just works. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I hope you guys had a good time, and take care.